Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabansi. I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and where we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see it. So today, we got a pretty interesting episode for you guys, but before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So first of all, let's give a big congratulations to Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, and those Denver Nuggets. Boy, big congratulations to them. Congratulations to that organization. I think it was a great night for basketball, great day for basketball that we're finally seeing a new team, a team that has never won an NBA championship. It was the first time this organization made it to the NBA Finals. It was beautiful to see this team finally win a championship. It was also nice to see a big man win a championship and to see someone that's not, a player that dominates the ball and his game is predominantly based on three-point shooting. It was nice to see a guy that can play with his back to the basket, but also very versatile. See that type of basketball finally shine. I think a lot of people were feeling like the only way basketball can be played is if you're shooting threes. I think it's a beautiful thing to see Nikola Jokic in this style of basketball win an NBA championship, and I absolutely loved it, right? I absolutely loved it. Going into that series, I think the majority of us felt that the Denver Nuggets were going to win that series. Obviously, the Jimmy Butler, and these guys in the Miami Heat, they were on some type of, Cinderella type of run. It was incredible. Round one, they beat, the Milwaukee Bucks, even though Giannis only played 2 games in that series. I think the second team they played was the New York Knicks. If I'm not mistaken, they beat them. And then I think they beat the Boston Celtics, in 7 games. And then they went to the NBA Finals. Just a very, very improbable run. But now that it's all over, Nikola Jokic is the man that is reigning on top. If we look at his playoff numbers this series, or these playoffs, he averaged 30 points per game, which is incredible. 54.8% shooting, 55% shooting, 46% from the three. Wasn't a high volume three-point shooter, only took 3.8, but made 46% of them, so he didn't hurt his team. He shot 80% from the free throw line. He got you 13.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists, only 3.5 turnovers for someone handling the ball that much, and he got you 1.1 steals and 1 block per game. So this morning, was kind of combing through the internet here, and I came across an article from fadeawayworld.net, and they had a mind-boggling stat about Nikola Jokic that I had no idea about that I want to get into here today. But before we get into that, this video is brought to you by sponsor Aura, who's also the official sponsor of the T-Wolves. Do you know what the fastest growing crime in America is today? It's identity theft. Imagine trying to log into your email only to see that your password has been changed. Then you start getting weird notifications from your bank and credit cards only to find out that all of your personal and sensitive information has been totally compromised. If you think it can happen to you and your family, just know that in 2020, over 49 million Americans were victims to identity theft, costing them a combined $56 billion. That is why we are excited to partner with Aura, who's the sponsor of this video. Aura is the #1 identity theft and financial fraud protection. Aura monitors the dark web and alerts you if any of your passwords and accounts have been breached. And funny enough, after using Aura, I discovered some of my credentials were floating around in the dark web, and the app showed me exactly when and where the breach happened. In addition, Aura allows you to set spending alerts, and they'll notify you of any suspicious transactions. Aura is 4 times faster than any of its competitors in alerting you if someone is trying to open a credit card or obtain a loan using your name. And remember this, every 14 seconds, someone becomes a victim of identity fraud. Don't let it happen to you. Now click the link in the description and try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if any of you or your family's personal information has been compromised. Start your free trial at aura.com/dreamerspro. And when you try Aura, by using the link in the description below, also know that you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let me get into this article here. Starts off with the headline. Nikola Jokic became the first player in NBA history to lead in points, rebounds, and assists in the playoffs. Nikola Jokic has done it. He won the first NBA championship of his career with the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets dismantled the Miami Heat in just 5 games to win their first title in franchise history. Joker had a historic playoff run, averaging 30 points a game, 13.5 rebounds, 9.5 assists over a 20-game stretch. Speaking of his performances in the postseason, Jokic became the first player in NBA history to record the most points, rebounds, and assists in the playoffs. Nikola Jokic is the first player in NBA history to lead in all points, rebound, and assists in a single postseason. The freshly crowned 2023 NBA Finals MVP had 600 points, my God, 269 rebounds, and 190 assists. In addition, Jokic led the playoffs in win shares with 5.0. All things considered, it was undoubtedly a memorable playoff run by the Joker. NBA legend Magic Johnson heaped huge praise on him for becoming the first player in league history to lead the postseason in points, rebounds, and assists. Congratulations to the NBA Finals MVP Jokic. 600 points, 269 rebounds, 190 assists in the playoffs. The first in NBA playoff to lead in the playoffs in all three. So that's Nikola Jokic. Let me tell you guys something. That was absolutely impressive. Absolutely impressive. And I think Nikola Jokic deserves every bit of praise he's going to get moving forward. He was one of the most disrespected players in the NBA. Let's just keep it real. Now, people like Nick Wright will feel otherwise, but let me explain to you guys what I mean. Even though he was voted back-to-back MVP, it seemed like there was this lack of respect between his peers. I think if Nikola Jokic if the MVP award was voted on by NBA players, he would never win. And this was exhibited in an All-Star game. Just think about the embarrassment. And I spoke about it then, and I'm going to bring this point up again. Think about it. In the last All-Star game, think about it. Nikola Jokic was one of the last people to get picked. And one could make an argument he was better than every single person in that stage. Think about that for a second. He's better than every single player that went before him, including the players picking players. An argument could be made. That was flagrantly disrespectful. Then you heard Kendrick Perkins come out there and say, oh, maybe he's there, stat chasing. He's there trying to, stat chase. He's not, he's trying to get triple doubles to get blah, 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 blah. For some reason, NBA players didn't respect him. The media did because they kept on voting him. But you got a sense from his peers that didn't respect. Now, there's some more, J.J. Redick, and some that did, J.J. Redick and others. But it seemed like for whatever reason, it was like, nah, this is not really real, which is the same thing with Giannis to a certain extent. So many players were disrespecting Giannis. He doesn't really have skills. I mean, he can't really shoot. Meanwhile, he's doing things that those guys that saying that stuff never did. What Giannis does is so easy, but nobody does it. What Joker does is so easy, but nobody does it. Nobody does it. So to me, I think it was a beautiful thing. I love it. I like the fact that he won the championship. I have no problem with it. I love it. It's good to see a big man win an NBA championship. And I think, I wouldn't mind seeing this type of thing moving forward. The NBA needs a narrative shift. And I think finally it's time that all this disrespect that Joker was getting, it will now finally come to a stop. Because there's no way you're going to, if Joker gets criticized, every single player should get criticized in the NBA. That's the way I see it. These are my thoughts. So what I want to know from you guys is, what do you think about Nikola Jokic in his run? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts in the comment section, and we catch you on the next show. Peace.